Hey guys, and welcome today. My name is Nakia, and today I'm with Helen Kemp from Optimum Thinking. And today we're offering a little interview on what her Foundation Level 1 workshop is all about. So today I'll pass it over to Helen and she can ask me a couple of questions and we'll go from there.
Cool. Thanks so much, Nakia. I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to share this interview with you because I think it's really valuable for people to hear what someone who did the course actually has gotten from the course. And I'm extra thrilled because you actually did the course a number of years ago now when you were quite young, even younger than you are now because you're still young, but when you were quite young, and just have a look at how it's impacted your life from that point forward as well. So I've just got a couple of questions to ask if that's okay. The first one is, what was the problem you had before we started working together that led you to being open to coming to the course? And as I recall, your mum got you to come to the course?
Yeah, so mum got me to come to the course because she was a little bit worried about me. I was in a pretty bad rut, you could say. I didn't have any purpose or drive to live or didn't know what I wanted to do. I just come out of a first love breakup, which hit my heart really, really hard. And I didn't know what to do from there. I didn't know who I was supposed to be. I had just finished school. I was out in the big wide world, had no idea what I wanted to do. So mum got me in contact with Helen and we actually went together to the course. Yeah.
Cool. And what was the value of doing the course with your mum?
Yeah, so doing a course with mum was incredible. I can now talk to her about anything. She's so open now, and vice versa. You know, she comes to me and asks me things. We have a foundation of knowledge to dissect anything that's going on in our lives now, where we can break it down for each other. And I use this work still to this day. I still use the stuff that I learned in the foundation level. I still use today. I still go back to Helen and I still have sessions, and it's really been the foundation for setting me up for an optimum life. So you've really chosen a name perfectly there.
Cool. Thanks for that, Nakia. And I think that's the thing that's very inspiring is that once you learn this work, you can apply it to appreciating yourself and appreciating others. And that just leaves you open to a whole lot more opportunities than if you're not kind of emotionally empowered. That's how, like, what I find very inspiring. So it doesn't really matter whether it's your family or whether it's your friends or whether it's your colleagues or your intimate relationship. It's all about improving the quality of relationships that you have. So I found that might be useful. So next question, what would you say you're most pleased about as a result of the work we've done together?
Probably how I'm able to dissect my feelings that I'm having to then be able to understand situations that are happening around me. And it's really helped me. My life's gone in leaps and bounds since I've done it. I look forward to the future. When situations happen around me, I don't take them on board as much anymore. And it's just, my life is a next level because of it. And I really wanted to step into that other version of me. And I really wanted, well, not the other version because I embody all of me, but I really wanted to step to that next level of me. So that's probably what I took out of mostly from it. And then my relationship now that I have is so healthy because of it. And he's open to even doing things like this with me. And he's open to having deeper conversations, and we have a drive and we have a vision and a purpose to where we want our lives to be. So that's probably massively what I took out of it. And all those years, it's still having an impact on my life now.
That's very inspiring to hear that. The old teacher in me really wants to hear that bit too. So thank you for sharing that. Also, I'd just like to acknowledge up front the work of Dr. John Demartini. Yeah. I've been studying his work for more than a decade now and applying it. And when I learned his work at first, I had to go several times to his seminars before I really grabbed what it was all about, because he's just got such a depth and breadth of research that this work's based on. It was kind of overwhelming to me at first. I'm guessing you may have found the same.
Yeah, so I've actually gone to one of his breakthrough experiences with Helen, and I found that if I hadn't have done the foundational work before going there, and if I hadn't have really dissected it with you, I would not have been able to get the value that I got out of it. And for the money of it, like I wanted to get that value. So it's really important to have that foundation down first, and how you break it down, so then you can use it in life and you can understand in more, crazier, I guess, in-depth things that John D. Martini talks about. So that helped me a lot.
Yeah, so John's work is, as I said, like incredibly deep and wide as far as where the work comes from. And what I found is they're very complex concepts, but I like to bring them down to just like really simple bite-sized bits that you can remember in your mind and hold them in your mind. And in my perception, the most valuable asset we have is ourself. So if we're investing in ourselves and keeping our mind more balanced, it just gives us more opportunity to leverage all of our potential and to, as you said, live our optimum life. So that's really what life's about in my mind. So we want to have a balance of service to ourselves and service to others. So we're just looking at those key concepts to give ourselves a framework to compare all the other myriad of amazing personal development work out there, and coming back to the omnipresent or universal laws. Is actually the benchmark I found most empowering to compare anything else to. So that, with my heart open, I would give John credit for introducing me to that work, and I'm incredibly inspired to introduce that to as many other people as I can, to just help get this kind of self-empowerment, self-leadership and self-governance, where you are in control of yourself and you set yourself plans and you go after it, basically, so that are meaningful to you.
That's so true. And I think the biggest thing that I took away when I first did this was everyone is individual in what they experience. So in a group session, it's incredible to be a part of in a group session, because someone might be going through something that resonates with you. And what I also found within the group setting is I worked out what questions were working for me to work through things. And then I took that away, and then I could implement that into my life when things happen. So then I can live a more balanced life. So then I can see opportunities. Like you said, like so many things have come out of me doing this work to have more opportunities around me that I see that would have been there before, but I would have not known or been open to it. So that's a massive thing for me, and what it's brought to me.
Another thing I love about the work is you and Aaron did like a couple session, which I find really inspiring, to just help plan your life. Because I find one of those things we're talking about, like relationships, fairy tale relationships that we think it is what marriage is all about, or relationships are all about, and they truly aren't, actually getting more real about what they are and more intentional in your relationships. And it can be you guys as an intimate couple, or it can also be a boss and a manager. Like, what's that relationship really about? What are we trying to achieve as a team? So you can apply the work to any relationship in your life.
You can apply the work to a relationship. You can apply it to a business. So we've applied the work to a business. We have a plumbing business together. So he does a certain front of it and I do the other part of it, and we're okay with that, and that's how we work together. But if we hadn't have done this work previously, or with Helen, we wouldn't have known, and we probably would have butted heads a lot, and we wouldn't be so flow smoothing and doing really well in our business. So your work transforms across so many areas of life. There's 7 areas of life which Helen goes through, and it goes across the whole board. It's not just relationships, which I think is incredible when you implement it across the board.
Absolutely. So thank you for that. I guess just another thing I would share is people ask, like, who should attend. The youngest person who's ever attended is a 15-year-old girl, but she was quite mature. And then the oldest person I've ever worked with was an 82-year-old gentleman I had the pleasure of having in the workshop in London when we did the workshops there. So it's not about age, it's about how ready are you to step up and take control of your life on another level and take responsibility and accountability in your life. So that's why we focus on self-leadership and self-governance. It's about wanting to feel like you're having the best life you can achieve, because we only get one go around in this body, so we might as well max it out. So
and just having that mass fulfillment within, I think that's a big thing that I took away as well. I never had that fulfillment within, and I was always searching outside of myself for fulfillment, and now I get it within. So I think that's really, really powerful. But yes. And I will ask Helen because she knows where all the information is, but I'll ask her to share where you can find all the information about the course,
Great.
and then go from there.
Thank you. So obviously where you're watching this video now, we'll be putting some links and stuff below it or above it, depending which medium it's on. And absolutely would love to meet you and have you become part of the Optimum Thinkers Global Network. And if you can't see any details anywhere and just happen to come across the video, please just go to www.optimumthinking.net. So it's just got a different ending on it. So optimumthinking.net. And yeah, connect there. You can just jump onto the workshop page, see all the details there, or you can just join up the e-news and you'll get the regular messages about it. Or please feel free to just email us and we can get in contact with you and see how we might be of service. So any of those are fine. And like us on Facebook, we've got an Optimum Thinking Facebook page and Instagram, so feel free to connect there as well.
Very knowledgeable information is shared on those pages. So yes, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to you, Helen. You have impacted my life so much, and I am so, so proud to be able to share this and impact a lot of other lives as well. So I really, really, really thank you for that. And yeah, I hope to see everyone at one of a course one day. And yeah, oh, the world is your oyster, as Mum says.
And thank you, Nakia, from the bottom of my heart. And for trusting in me enough to refer your friends and relatives as well, because it means a lot to me to actually see that we can get this work out to impact more and more people. And I know together we can help even more. So thank you again.
My heart is warm. Thank you, Helen.
Bye, babe.
Bye.
Bye.